Hey, it's Roger. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm going to teach you how to do a quick and dirty house, Napoleonic style, medieval style, whatever little style you want to call it. I am a tabletop war gamer with miniatures. I love games like Turnip 28 and Age of Sigmar and other stuff like that. Forbidden Psalms. There's so many these days that are awesome. So what you will need is some Dollar Tree foam core. I say Dollar Tree because it peels off really easily. The paper just comes off fairly easily. It's not hugely important on the quick and dirty house. If it's the black tends to not come off as well as the white. So if you want if you're going to do some strong texturing, I'd really recommend you get the white foam core. The black paper does not come off as well. So what you want to do is peel some off. Well, I need materials first. First of all, you're going to need a pen and a ruler because you're going to want a little bit of control over what size this is. Most folks use razor blades. I just use scissors because I'm a wild card like that. You're also going to need hot glue. That's available at the Dollar Tree also, and a variety of craft paints. I've got some from Michael's and some from an art supply store here. Jenkins Green we're not going to use today, but the light brown and dark brown, the raw sienna and burnt umber are both great colors to have on hand. Don't use your nice little paint pots for miniatures on this project. All you really need are the cheap craft paints from a craft store. They're going to work great. So first of all, average miniature, if you're talking 28 to 32 millimeters, 2.5 inches is a great height for a single story home. So you want to peel off some of your paper. Again, the black doesn't peel as well as the white. I just happen to have the black on hand today. I'm not going to go to the store and get a special sheet of white. I picked up black. I forget why, but yeah, it's just not coming off very well, is it? So this kind of shoots in the foot my statement about easy peel paper. Again, I'm not going to stress about it too much because I'm not going to texture these houses, but what you do want to do is measure off your 2.5 inches and 2.5 inches all the way across, 2.5 inches, and I just use scissors and eyeball it. This isn't rocket science. If you're going to be making some fancy terrain, say for maybe like wartime, where you're, oh gosh, that was an awful cut, but we're going to stick with it because we're just doing quick and dirty today. So you'll need two pieces that are the same size. These are going to be the long walls of the house. This one didn't cut very well. Oh yeah, let's see. This is ready board is what this is called. So just peel that off. So this foam is really soft. So if you want to do some textures of bricks or something, you could do that. I'm not going to do it in this video. I'll do it in a future video maybe. But right now I'm just getting some paper off because I want it to be a little more uniform on the house. The second cut you want to make is going to be about 3 inches or so. So I'm going to go ahead, and that hot glue gun is on, so I'm going to be careful not to bump it. And I know I'm off camera here a little bit, I'm so sorry, but I'm just marking off 3 inches for my next cut. And if I can see my marks. Also, peeling the paper off first allows you to make a little better cut. So there's that angle. I'm just going to go ahead and cut the 3-inch piece, being a little bit careful not to bend up the cardboard or the foam core too much. There we go. This I'm just going to eyeball. If you want to, I'm going to make this a little steeper, so I'm going to cut 2 pieces about yay, And I'm gonna do, let's see if this paper will peel off any. There we go, there's a nice peel. And let's see here. I'm at 5 minutes already. I'm just hoping to keep this video to 15 minutes. We'll see if we can do that. Again, we're not, if you're just going for tabletop standards, this is going to be great. You want to measure off your 2.5 inches. And I'm just going to do this sort of thing here. 2.5. Draw a line. This is going to be the top of your house. 2.5, 2.5. There we go. 2.5. I'm also going to measure, this is 3 inches. I'm going to measure at the 1.5 mark here and the 1.5 mark here. I'm going to do that because I'm going to cut like this and like this. And then we'll do the same with this piece. 1.5, 1.5. Again, this house isn't going to win any beauty awards, but if you're just looking to get some terrain on the tabletop, if you're tired of using if you're tired of using books or whatnot, random objects around the house, pots and pans for your terrain. We've all been there. We know that happens. There's no shame in that. The bottom line is just to have fun with when you're playing a war game, and don't let anybody tell you anything different, that you have to have A+ terrain. So there's my my first 4 pieces. I guess let's get these scissors out of the way. Let's get the glue, the paint out of the way. We're not ready for those yet. Don't want to lose the cap off my pen. Pilot C4s, I'm not endorsed by them. They're my favorite pen. They work really well. They're thin. They're also really sharp, so if you do want to make some texture on your foam, you can just drag them across and make some texture, some brick textures. If it's a brick building, glue gun. We're going to get right into the gluing part here. A little bit of glue here. And a little bit of glue there. And stick that piece like so. There we go. It's already dry or cooled enough to wave around. And you're going to do the same with this piece. And put it there. And the same with this piece. We're just going to put a line of glue down there. And we're going to do a line right there. And ouch. Hot glue is hot. It's all over my finger. I don't care. And there you go. There is the skeleton of the house. We're halfway home. Look at that. And we're only 8 minutes in to the video. So I'm not going to worry about that glue on the work surface because that's silly to worry about. I'm going to measure this now. This is just over 3 inches. I'm going to do a 4-inch overhang roof. So I'm going to grab my piece of foam core again. I'm going to measure the roof at 4 inches. 4, 4, and 4. I'm just going to do a rough cut again. Again, this is for fun, guys. If you're not having fun when you're wargaming, you're doing it wrong. If you're not having fun while you're crafting, you're doing it wrong. I've been crafting since I could hold a pair of scissors, which was probably about, I don't know, I was young. I did pass the mandatory scissor usage test to get into kindergarten, so there's that. This is 5 inches. I'm going to make my roof 6 inches so it has a little overhang, which means I'm just going to do this. 6 inches. And Just line that up to do one more. This stuff's easier to paint too if the paper, there's not a lot of paper on there. It's going to be a little trickier to paint if there's enough paper on it. So I'm going to try to peel a little more paper off. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Look at that. And this, yeah, get the white foam core. It's a lot easier to peel. I'm sorry for this. This is not ideal, but it's coming off to some degree. I'm not going to stress about it. I just want to get some buildings on the tabletop, and this is going to get you there really fast. And there we go. Okay, so when you do your overhang like so, it looks really nice to not have a seam at the top, so I overlap my building a little bit, which means one of the roofs can be a little shorter than the 4 inches. I'm just going to cut off a little trim there, and then I'm going to glue this one on all the way to the top. Just do a line of glue there, a line of glue there, and a line of glue there. This is going to go a little bit higher than the top. It's kind of looking like a house already, isn't it? Look at that. And yeah, that's good. And then this one's, you're going to do the same thing for the other side. I didn't quite glue that enough, did I? Whoops, ow. There's more hot glue on my finger. This one's going to go slightly below the other one, and I'm just going to give that a good press in there. If you want to do a little glue on the corners there, just to kind of make sure it's good and sturdy. And look at that, 12 minutes in, we have a serviceable house. At this point, you can just start painting, or you can add more details. Sometimes I like to add, a door. Let's do a door. That's the least we can do for this, right? I do a standard 1 inch by 2 inch door on all of my buildings, so they're uniform. Pick your own size based on your miniatures. Line it up. 1 inch by 2 inch is just what looks good with my particular guys on the tabletop. You can either put it on the end or the side. I'm going to put this one on the side. Look at that, a door. Isn't that amazing? And then if you want, you can do a little more embellishing. You've got all these little scraps. Don't throw your scraps away right away. Scraps can be great. I'm going to do some door embellishments here. I'm just going to do some really thin little thin pieces like that. Can you see those? There we go, yeah. And I'm just going to put a line here, here, and here, like a little backward Z. And I'm going to put that there, and that there. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Let's get some paint on here. Trying to do this in 15 minutes. I should have grabbed a bigger paintbrush. That would have been a lot easier to paint the whole thing, but there's some of the light brown. This could look like stucco. You can get as fancy with this as you want. It's not gonna, yeah, it's going over the black, isn't it? Look at that. Paint, you know, we're going for quick and dirty here, but a little coat of paint is gonna up the game a little bit and impress your friends. If I was doing some other wood embellishments, I'd put some wood beams here and here and here, and maybe some cross beams if I was getting really fancy. You can keep it as simple as you want. Like I said, if someone's telling you your terrain has to look a certain way, they're not your friends, basically. So you do you. I mean, I like a mix. I love to craft, so I've definitely made some beautiful houses in my time. I've made some really shabby houses. I'm playing Turnip 28 right now, which is an awesome tabletop game. The rules are free, which is a great bonus because you can just try it out. It's kind of miniatures agnostic. There was a Kickstarter for official miniatures. I'm not paid by Max, the guy that made the game. It's just my main game I'm playing these days, so I've made a lot of houses for that for a couple scenarios. I'm going to do put a little more paint in here for the front side. I forgot to grab gray. I probably have gray paint here somewhere, but again, I'm not too concerned. I just want this on the tabletop. I want my miniatures to walk around a real building, a real building on the tabletop. I don't want to use a book. You could use a book. There's no shame in using a book, but like I said earlier, this is just to up your game some. I'm gonna do these. Now, if I had done more wood beams, I would have used a lot more of the darker brown. I'm just gonna use a little of the dark brown for the door. Normally I would use a lot of dark brown for all the wooden beams if I was going to put wooden beams on it, but let's just throw it on the door there. Oops. Let's mix it up a little bit so I actually get, there it is, there's the dark brown. Okay. Dark brown, dark brown, dark brown, dark brown. This is not going to win any beauty awards, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay, because look at that door. Beautiful. The sides are brown. I'm going to look for some gray paint. Bear with me here. More purple, tan. I know I've got some gray in here somewhere. Always keep a paint bucket, a box of paint close by. This is, that's yellow. Purple, brown, crimson. Oh, for pity's sake. Oh. Metallic black. That's going to work. Let's try this. So metallic black. There we go. Okay. Oh, yeah. That has a nice sheen to it. I like that. It's non-metallic, it's gouache. You could use acrylic or gouache. If you go to the craft store, you're going to be getting acrylic. I just happen to have a couple tubes there, my little box of gouache right under my chair here. And we're just going to do this. And we're going to do this. I'm so sorry I got to grab a small paintbrush. We'd be done by now if I grabbed a bigger paintbrush, but it's fine. I'm not judging. You're not going to judge me, right? I mean, feel free to leave bad comments in the YouTube comment section there. It's not going to hurt my feelings. I've got kids. What feelings I had are gone. That does not look too bad at all, does it? Look at that. If I was going for pro, I would definitely clean it up a lot more, but oh, this is going to be a welcome addition to my tabletop. And do a little more paint here. I can feel my fingers getting into the tan paint of the stucco on the other side, but we're at 19.5 minutes. I was really hoping to do this in 20 minutes. If I'd had my paint ready, we'd be at 20 minutes exactly, but wow, look at that. So it's, like I said, it's not going to win any beauty awards. That wasn't the intention here, but you can see it's a perfectly serviceable tabletop house. I don't have a miniature right here, but you can embellish this as much as you want. Get fancy. Make this a fancy house. Put some gingerbread on there. For just cruising around the tabletop, oops, it's a house, and you know, it's gonna serve your purposes. And this is the first video in my series of building things. I hope you enjoy it. Click to subscribe to see more crazy antics. Maybe I'll do a more elaborate house on the next video. And this one, I just want to start with the basics. Super basic tabletop house. Use a wider brush, get a little more paint on there, but as you can see, it's good to go, and it's ready for the tabletop. And thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you next time.